5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yo,
What's good,
what's
y'all?
popping, guys?
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Ari.
It's your boy Chris.
Welcome back to Anchor Practically. For those that are new, what's up? How y'all doing? Thank you for coming to listen and watch and support us. We greatly appreciate it. For those that have been here before, what's up? Y'all already know what it is. Y'all already know what we're gonna do, how the structure is. But for those who are new, we typically start our podcast off with facts of the day. But before I get to that, for those who are watching us on YouTube, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Make sure y'all turn your notification bell on so y'all are notified when we post. We post on Mondays and Thursdays. For those who listen to us audio wise on Google Play and Apple Podcasts, make sure y'all rate us so we can get on other people's recommended page. We would greatly appreciate that if you did that. So, like I said, our first segment is facts of the day. We're going to give y'all facts of today. Today is June 10th. It's your boy's birthday. Okay. So y'all show some major love
Facts.
to the
I'm
boy.
old.
Y'all show some major love to the boy. So go ahead, hit them with the facts.
All right. So the first fact is National Iced Tea Day. National Iced Tea Day on June 10th each year celebrates one of summer's favorite drinks. So National Iced Tea Day. Iced tea is great. I
Disgusting.
like it. It's
Tea is
good.
nasty.
It depends on how much sugar you put in it, because that's what really make it. But hey,
I'm not really a
mm,
fan of any tea.
you tripping now?
I'm not.
You
It's
tripping? It's
disgusting.
some good tea out there, man. It's real good tea out there.
Unless it got a whole bunch of sugar in it, as in like Arizona. That's tea, ain't it? Don't they call that tea? They got the green tea.
Yeah, it do got a lot of sugar in it though.
That's what make it good. It's the only way I'm gonna drink it. Probably
Yeah.
not the smartest way, but probably not the smartest way, but it's okay. It's fine.
Um, the second fact of the day is National Black Cow Day. National
Well,
Black Cow Day on June 10th each year recognizes an ice cream float beverage known as root beer float.
period. Rubber floats, bus,
I
bus,
wouldn't say all of that, but
bus. Okay,
it's
not the
alright.
one you make yourself. I say a bus because the most recent rubber float was I had like 3 years ago. I was at Disney World and it was the best rhubarb float I had ever I've ever tasted. I don't like root beer. I'm not a dark pop person, but really not a pop person in general. But dark pop, you lose me every time because Pepsi is disgusting, Coca Cola is disgusting, all of it. Dark pop is trash.
I
I just don't
like
like
it.
the taste.
So
I,
if you
I
guys
just
want to send me a sponsorship, most definitely
no,
I'll do it.
y'all can send us a sponsorship. I will fake drink
No,
it.
no, no, not you,
I will
not you,
fake.
me, most
I will
definitely.
fake. I'm bruh.
I don't even
It's
drink pop
bro.
like that
It's
no more,
probably
but
people
I
that do
like
the
Coke and
commercials,
Pepsi.
that do the Coke commercials and the Pepsi commercials. They probably don't like dark pop, but they getting a check. That's why they doing it.
I'm pretty sure that's very unlikely because why would you put somebody in on your commercial and they don't even like your product?
I mean, it's a lot of people that don't like their products, but they still promote them because it's a check.
That, that don't make sense.
It don't make
Sitting
sense.
there,
It
people
don't make
like
sense.
the.
But if you need
I
the
don't
money,
know.
what you gonna do? You ain't gonna
I'm
care.
not up for debate right now. I
You
don't
ain't
know.
gonna care. You ain't gonna care.
True.
It's
I
nasty.
guess as long as I don't know.
All right, next one, boy.
Um, the third fact of the day is National Egg Roll Day. Roll out the red carpet for one of the country's ultimate comfort foods, egg
Egg roll
rolls.
slap.
I don't really eat too many egg rolls because usually when I go to Chinese places, I order orange chicken and shrimp fried rice, and that's it. I'm basic. But egg rolls are pretty decent. I guess I don't really eat too much of it, but
Egg rolls
I
are good.
guess you could say it's fine. It's all right.
It's good.
Um,
Herbs and
The fourth
spices.
factor of the day is National Herbs and Spices Day, celebrating flavor each year on June 10th. National Herbs and Spices Day recognizes the diversity and quality offered by using both fresh and dried herbs and spices in your cooking.
Okay, fast
Uh,
reader. Jesus.
My
Is
bad.
that about fast as heck?
I naturally just read fast.
You said celebrating fish religions, you know, serving the national herbs and fight stages of
I
diversity.
do. I just read fast.
You
I
said
just
that
do. I've been
fast.
doing that since I've been a kid.
I always read
I was
fast.
reading. I was reading like I was reading almost 120 words a minute. Doing like back when I was a kid, I was reading pretty fast. That's
Facts.
why my reading comprehension was always bad because it was like, man, I read through this, couldn't remember what like I just read. I'm like, I don't even know what I just read.
That's very true. That's very true. Very valid. All right, next one.
National ballpoint pen day. Grab your ballpoint pen and write this on your calendar. Um, it's pretty dope. I like pens. We don't
Barbara is a
obviously
good
use it
pen.
much in college. We really just use our laptops. So
True.
if you leave your laptop at home, you might as well go home.
Right. You might as well. You halfway to the school. You like I left my laptop. You might as well turn
You
right
might
back
as well
around.
just go. You might as well just go home, miss a day, because your laptop is like important. Like,
It's like that thing got to be glued to your hip in school. Pretty much.
facts.
All right.
Which takes us into our Black History fact of the day. Richard Allen founded the Bethel American Methodist
Methodist.
Methodist is ep,
It,
Episcopal. Wait,
no, Episcopal.
um,
Jesus,
Episcopal.
it's too late.
You said what?
Episcopal. Bethel
Episcopal
African Methodist Episcopal Church.
in
Episcopal
Philadelphia
in Philadelphia.
on this day, June 10th.
Say the PA.
Um,
Jesus.
Richard Allen was born February 14, 1760, and he died March 26, 1831. Allen was a minister, educator, writer, and one of America's most active and influential Black leaders. In 1794, he founded the African Methodist Episcopal, Episcopal Church, the first independent Black domination in the United States. He opened his first AME church in 1794 in Philadelphia,
Episcopal.
Pennsylvania. First off, that's a lot of tongue twisters to have at 2 in the morning. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Epic. Epi-
Like I don't even know. Like at this point, it's called AME Church. What are we gonna call it?
bro. They be whatever,
AME.
cuz we going to our topic, bro. Because we not gonna sit here and stumble on this word for 10 minutes. But it's our topic, and today's topic is going to be talking about something that's been floating around the internet the last couple of days, to be honest. A lot of relationship stuff has been floating around the internet. I'm going to be honest, the last month and a half for these daggone YouTubers. But the question is it wrong to get sex elsewhere while in the talking stage? What does the talking stage consist of? Explain.
The talking stage is really just a stage you get to know somebody. You just really getting to know who they are inside and out. You're trying to get a feel for them. You're trying to get close to them. It's like it's almost like the honeymoon stage. That's what
Mhm.
I be like. I like to call it the honeymoon stage.
So let me ask you this: are you allowed? Are in that talking stage? You can only talk to each other. You can't talk to other people outside of y'all two. Is that the rule?
To me, it depends. I mean, if we talking real heavy, like on the verge of getting together, then yeah, it should just be you two. You shouldn't talk to nobody else.
But like in the
But
beginning, because I feel like that's what this question is
I
to.
mean, no, I'm saying in general, like all around. Like, if you are on the verge of getting in a relationship with somebody and you're talking to them, like that's the only person you should be talking to.
Mm-hmm.
You shouldn't be nobody else. But if y'all are like you just communicating, getting to know each other, then I mean
If y'all are
that's a different
dating,
story. Then you can, so
right,
you could look
right,
for sex elsewhere, like
right.
But at the same time, it just depends on how it is between y'all. Like, say for instance, you meet a boy now, you know, you meet him, y'all getting to know each other, whatever. Like that's cool. You could talk to other people at this stage. At this point, you just
That's
met him. You don't
true.
know him.
That's true.
But if y'all like, on baby calling stage, then
That's
uh,
fair. That's
you
fair.
can't. can't do that.
That's fair. And that time frame is different for a lot of people because a lot of people like, catch feelings for people at different time frames. So it's like however fast y'all reach that point, that's what it is. So in that stage, can they have sex with other people?
Yeah, it will if it's in the stage of like in the beginning, like if it's in the beginning where y'all just met, but you kind of know like if you like that person or whatever. I mean, I would usually say no because you're trying to probably talk to them. But I mean, at the end of the day, if it's not that, then it's like, well, like I don't know what you kind of get confused because you don't know what position you in, because I mean, in my opinion, that's how I feel. I feel like if y'all not talking heavy, then you can do what you want. But if like y'all are not, then why not? I mean, it's your life.
True. I think with this situation, it's all about a conversation, to be honest. Like it's the are we talking? Are we talking? And if we are talking, what rules are there going to be with us talking? That's the
Right.
conversation that needs to be had. Then this question has no validity to it if you just have that conversation. If you
Right.
just say, hey, if we're talking stage, are we allowed to still talk to other people while we're still getting to know each other?
No.
Or
No.
or is
No.
it
You
okay
don't.
if I sleep with other people? Why you sleep with other people? Why we get to know each other? I feel like
No.
if you get into know each other and you're trying to strive for a relationship, it defeats the purpose in the talking stage. It defeats the purpose in it.
It it does, but you can't ask that person. You can't tell ask that person or tell that person that what you're going to do.
That's actually
Like,
none of their business because you're not in a relationship yet.
right. So they don't need to know nothing. Now, unless you caught something, or unless whatever circumstance you have to, then you do that. But at the same time, you don't have to tell them nothing. You're not entitled
No,
to tell them anything,
no,
especially if y'all not talking heavy
yeah.
or it's not going anywhere.
But I feel
So
like if you're adults and you're in this situation, if this question arises, can you have sex in a talking stage? Then have the damn conversation.
I
Like
mean, nine
it's
times out of 10, it's just casual sex.
yeah, I mean, yes, casual sex, but then you could catch feelings off of casual sex. Let's not act like that's not a
Let's
thing.
be real. Let's be real. There's not a lot of guys that catch feelings doing casual sex.
I mean, no, because I mean
I
it's
mean, there are dudes
rare.
that do.
There
There
are
are dudes
dudes.
that do, but I'm
There are
just
dudes
saying,
that,
like,
that do.
9 times out of 10, dudes just want to, like, if it's a pretty girl, they just gonna want to smash. And when they do, I mean, that's just that.
So take the example of this. If the girl, if the woman that you have interest in, that you're talking, that you want to talk to, right? And she
Mm.
says she doesn't want to have sex in the talking stage or until y'all are in a relationship. Do you still go out there and have sex with other people even though you necessarily not getting it from her, so you go get it from somebody else until you're able to have
Um,
sex with her?
well, in my opinion, for me, it'd be no. I mean, I'm gonna stick with if she tell me that she wants to wait till then, I'm gonna stick with that, and I'm just be loyal to her based off of that.
Facts.
But it's really just depends on the type of guy. Like, if some guys don't want to wait, I mean, they gonna go seek elsewhere. But some guys are willing to work and stay with you, to build something or to
Right.
make something of it. So because I mean, at the end of the day, sex is not all of that, to be
Nah,
honest.
and if you're unwilling to do that, then don't even put yourself in that predicament to where you're going to have sex with other people, even if you have
Right.
interest for her. If you
Exactly.
have interest for her and you know you can't hold out until y'all start dating, then
Mhm.
don't put yourself in that situation to where you're gonna do something, crazy,
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
Cause then there you causing confusion on your part because you don't know what you want. And then you leaving her hanging in the dust like, yo, I thought we was in the talking stage, we was getting to know each other, but you know, doing other things.
All right.
So I think I agree. The talking stage is like it's the honeymoon to the before you get into the actual relationship.
Yeah.
Um, I say it's like it's the pre-dating phase. To be honest, um,
Mm.
it, you're getting to know them. You're seeing if you like them enough to get into a relationship with them. Um, before you go ahead and take that. But I think in the talking stage, to be honest to me, it's just a conversation. Like if you like, yo, if we're going to a talking stage and we're gonna talk, agree that you're not gonna talk to anybody else. So there's no confusion on what's happening in this phase.
All right. All right.
So if you don't make that clear, then you can't be mad if someone else is still entertaining other people if that conversation was never had.
Got a lot of confused people out here, man.
It is because people don't want to have conversation. People just assume if we're in a talking stage, we're in a talking stage. You're not going to talk to anybody else. It's just going to be us. Then somebody else like, no, we're in the talking stage. We're getting to know each other while I'm still getting to know other people to see if I'm interested in even furthering it with you or with someone else.
I mean, if that's the case, then you might as well not even talk to that type of person.
Nah.
I'm telling you, you better
I
off
mean,
because
but to me, there's
the
no point
talking
to get into
stage
a
is
talking stage
also
for
the stage.
anybody.
Yeah, but the talking stage is the stage to also prepare for a relationship. So
Yeah, it
at
is.
the end
You're
of the
getting the
day,
feel for each
right.
other pretty
So
much.
it technically, if you get into the talking stage, it should really just be both of y'all, just you and that
Yeah.
person, nobody else.
Yeah.
Cause y'all are getting ready to get into a relationship. Y'all basically warming up. That's pretty much like it's pretty much like baseball. It's
Pre-game.
like
Pre-game.
before they change the pitcher, they warm the pitcher up. Like the pitcher gets throws in, he gets his practicing in the bullpen, whatever. And then they switch him out, and they do however many pitches they do, and then they
Right.
come out. It's pretty much like that. Warm
It's
up
just
to get
like in
into a
any sport. You
relationship.
warm up, boom, exactly.
Right.
Before you get on the court and you playing quarters. You feel me?
Mm.
Or you playing in several innings. So it's
All right.
like you that's if anything, that is the most important stage before you get into the relationship.
Exactly.
Before the talking stage, you're just, talking day to day,
Mm.
filling each other out. Then you get into the talking stage, it's a little bit more heavier and serious because you're considering getting into a relationship. So
Right.
that's a super important part, um, that most people don't take seriously.
That's
Because
true.
if you're going to just date, then just date. If you're into dating other people at the same time, then just do that. But don't put yourself in a situation or put someone else in a situation because you don't want to be in that situation. Like don't put yourself in the talking stage and then you got somebody else who cut everybody else off waiting for you while you still talking to everybody else on the other side. Like
I
it,
feel like this is I feel like this generation is just confused. They don't really know what they don't really understand the definition of like love because everybody got their own definitions for it. But at the same time, I feel like we all are confused about what what like what the true definition of love or to really like somebody is, to be honest, because we all struggle, like, struggle to really deal with stuff like that, because even in this situation, many people be like, oh yeah, I'm going to go get some, going to get sex, even if I'm talking to somebody and they not giving it to me, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna look elsewhere, like, and it's just like at the end of the day, you're not hurting just, you know the person that that you're stepping out on, even though y'all not together, but you kind of are stepping out on them because you're talking to them, you're trying to lead up to something, but at the same time they're not giving you what you want, so you're going to seek it elsewhere and do that, so you're hurting that person, and then you're also hurting yourself too, and your value as well,
that's
because it's like, everybody has a certain value, but if you're going through 20, 30 women a week, I mean, what else do you have to offer after the end of the day? Because if you don't have sex to offer, then what are you offering besides, money, a house, car, whatever the case may be? Like, it's deeper than what it seems. That's why they tell you, like, hey, save yourself for marriage, save yourself for a deeper, connection with somebody. They
Mm-hmm.
always say that, like, and a lot of people, they don't really understand. They never really understood what that meant, but that's what that means. Like, you have to preserve your worth. You're worth a lot more than what you think you are. So at the end of the day, it's not right for people to, step out, even though it's not a relationship, but to to like seek elsewhere for coitus,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah, and I
So
think when it comes to that, people, you start to diminish the value in yourself when you're afraid to commit. Like, because
mm,
you're afraid to go into that realm of commitment, you're basically knocking down who you potentially could be in a good relationship
right,
because you're too afraid to go into one. So therefore you're being comfortable in dating several people at one time when you could honestly have a real true relationship, a committed relationship. So you keep putting yourself in something, in all these bad toxic relationships, or not even relationships, but just dating, people in general. And it's not working.
right,
So when you come to a point like, is it me or is it them?
mm,
Bro, it's you.
yep,
It's you. It's the people you attract. It's the people you allow to come into your life. It's the people
yeah.
you prefer to date, which is crazy. Like
All the
like
choice.
right. And you're gonna have a preference. You're gonna have a preference, but some people can choose the wrong dating situation just to like make themselves look better in the relationship. So if you
Mm,
go for somebody if you date somebody that's broken, that's in a bad situation, you as the other person probably think, I got my head on my shoulders. I'm pretty good. I'm not, I don't have nothing bad going on in my life. So I can take them on and help them get better and stuff like that. But then the relationship doesn't work because you're not meant to be the fixer. So why continue putting yourself in that situation when that's not what you're supposed to be doing?
right.
Um, so the crazy thing is, I just Googled what the definition of love is, and there are several definitions of what love is,
That's
and
because
exactly,
everybody
because
got their own
yeah,
different,
everybody got their own definition of love, which is fair, but we should all have the same base of what love means. So
true, true, but everybody experience love differently. So
yes,
everybody's gonna
yeah, for
love
sure,
differently.
for sure.
I
But
mean,
I
we
feel like
could.
if we all have the same base of what love is, then you can add on to what you think love is for yourself. So like if
Mm,
we all say love is uh I just take something from here. Love is, well, they see a great interest and pleasure in something. A person that one thing loves an intense feeling. Okay. If we say the foundation is an intense feeling of deep affection is for somebody. If everybody could just have that base for what love means and then add on to it, because we all think love is something different.
mm.
So we can all have this, that all just have that common base of what love is, dating would be completely different.
I mean, true.
Because if we all think love is an intense feeling of deep affection towards someone, then we know from there we can add that love is this, love is that to me, love is this to me. Like, you you're supposed to add on to what you think love is, but we should all have a basic definition of what we think love is. It doesn't have to be complex, it doesn't have to be super complicated. Love is, it's hard and tough sometimes, but just the basis of the definition should not be that deep.
Sometimes ain't even a thing for it, man. Love is probably the most messed up drug of them all.
Yeah, for sure.
It is. It's actually pretty sad. I ain't gonna lie.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very love is very addicting. People seek for that a lot. A lot. People seek for it even when it's not even the right time to need it or have it.
Hmm. That's the truth.
Rather that be looking for love in a relationship when you ain't supposed to be in one right now. This ain't the time for you to be in one. You seeking for something that's not meant for you right now. Maybe you got to focus on loving yourself first, getting to know you more before you try to get to know somebody else more. And then while you trying to get to know somebody else more, you don't know who you are. So now the relationship messed up because they trying to figure out who you are when you don't even know who you are. When you don't know who you are. So they can't ask you questions. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite thing to eat? What do you like to do to relax yourself? Where's your favorite places to stay? What's your dream vacation? When you don't even know those simple answers. So how do you expect somebody else to give you love, show you affection, show you care, and get to know you when they don't even know who you are?
True. True. I agree. I agree. But it's still a life learning. It's like it's a life lesson. To be
Yeah.
honest, it's like it's gonna take time to really get to know who you are,
Yeah, you're
who you
gonna
really are. To be honest, so I mean, at the end of the
exactly.
day, it ain't really no rush, but it's just pretty much just like um, just be careful, like on you know um certain people that you are around. I mean, or because love is unexpected. Love just happens. Like you can see somebody at the grocery store and just be like, it's like it's like a weird. I think love is like a really weird vibe
It is
between you and somebody. It's like almost like a powerful like a aurora that like kind of like you look at somebody and then you just can't stop looking at them and you staring at them, and it's like this weird, like kind of like this
vibe,
weird invisible
emotion,
wave type
feeling.
thing. It's like and it
Right.
just goes out and then it's just like and it hits you and then it's just like damn. And now you can't stop thinking about that person. You're always trying to talk to that person. You're always trying to, be around that person. It's like that. And it's just like it's really hard, weird feeling. But especially when it's actually like both ways, it's a very complicated feeling. Like it's
Yeah.
just like man, like
But excuse me, but every love like that you feel does not it's not what you think it is when you feel it. So what I mean by
don't
that
say
is
that. Don't say that.
yes, it is. That's true though. You
Don't
can
say that.
see, you can feel that vibe from somebody. Like the example you just gave, you can feel that vibe from somebody in a grocery store. You can walk past them or just make eye contact, and you can feel that emotion. That don't mean that don't mean, hey, I think we might have something like
I mean, oh,
we
okay. Well,
like you
okay.
feel me?
Put it like that. Then just put it like you gotta know the difference between love and lust, pretty much.
Yeah. I wouldn't even consider it
Love or infatuation. There we
exactly
go.
because you can't
There
even
we
say
go.
lust. You can't say lust because because you're at that point. If that happens, you're not even if that wave hits you, you're not even thinking about lust. You're thinking about the infatuation
Mhm.
and love. Like those are the two things that you're thinking. Like
Well,
I think I
infatuation
might,
will come up first.
huh?
That's something I said. Infatuation wouldn't come up first. Well, both. Well, first off, love and infatuation, they're pretty. Not, I'm not gonna say that they're not the same thing, but like you could feel those both at the same time. But
Yes.
at the same time, it's just really it's like okay, it's like both of them will hit you, but you're not gonna really know which one it is until like probably I'm gonna say at least like 6 months in,
Yeah,
4 to 6 months in.
but you could feel that with somebody in a store and never talk to them ever again.
I
So
mean,
like
yeah,
so
but
it's like you could just feel that feeling to someone just
mhm,
because like you have that sense of care, or you can feel that they're
mhm.
going through something or something like that, and that's why that hits you.
Yeah, but at the same time, it could be like I said, like you don't know which one it'll be until months later, and then two, if you ever feel that feeling, not I'm gonna say probably like 7 times out of 10, it's a possibility that could be your soulmate. Possibility, but
Maybe,
it's not
maybe
guaranteed.
that's a
I
stretch.
said possibility. It's not no
Hmm.
stretch
That's
because
maybe.
you get the same feeling when you find your soulmate. What
Yeah,
do you
you get the
mean?
same feeling when you find your soulmate, but you're gonna feel completely different if you found your soulmate. If you found your soulmate, you're if you find your soulmate, you're going to feel that that's your soulmate. Just because you that's to me,
That,
that's two different feelings. That's
but
two
that's
different feelings.
love. That's
That's
that's most
right.
definitely
That's
gonna
love.
grow into love, right? So that's pretty much the same thing.
When you find your soulmate, do you feel when you find your soulmate? Well, you don't know because you never find your soulmate. But when you find your soulmate, do you think that love is the first thing? It's the first thing you feel, or
No, the
not
first
even
thing
that?
you feel, the first thing you feel is infatuation and love. You don't know yet. You have to figure it out first because infatuation is a short-lived passion for somebody.
Yes.
Love is an actual long-lasting feeling for somebody. So you have to
Yeah.
figure that out. So therefore, if you meet your soulmate, you're gonna feel the same. You're gonna feel both of those at the same time because you're trying to figure out first off, like, why do I feel this way about this person? And like, what's next? What's the next step? Okay, yeah, you could see somebody in the store and feel that type of way and never see them again. 9 times out of 10 in your lifetime, you're going to see that person again. If that's is your soulmate or twin flame, you're going to see them again.
Yeah.
Even if you don't make a move the first time, they're
They're
going to
gonna
pop
cross your
up.
path again for sure.
Yes, they're going to cross your
If that's
path.
the right person. Yeah.
Right. It could be, but it could be 20, 30 years from now. You don't know.
Exactly.
So therefore, if you ever feel some type of way about somebody or feel some type of shit, the way you should go about it is probably trying to see if they'll give you their number. If you can get that far with them, have a conversation with them first and see if you can get their number.
If
If
you're
not,
that
then
bold. If you're
right.
that bold.
If you're bold,
Because
you can
some
do
people
that.
are not that bold. Some people will be like,
Mhm.
all right, I just felt that feeling. All right, yeah, cool, whatever. And just move on.
Sometimes you gotta shoot your shot. You gotta step out your comfort zone. That's all it
Yeah,
is.
because you could be making the right shot you know,
Play your cards right.
if you miss it, like that could be the winner right there.
Don't
And
miss
you
the
just
three.
right, that could be the winner right there, and you missed the rebound, or you missed the right pass.
Mhm.
Whether that being you seeing them several times, God,
Right.
like, hey, I just this is the same person you saw about 2 weeks ago, and I'm just gonna put them back in this Walgreens again while you're here at the
Yeah.
same time, and see if you do something this time. All right, cool. And then you don't. Then he like, all right, well, let's try this again. 2 months later, they're in the grocery store with you. What you gonna do?
I mean, I would hope to God you talk to them.
Yeah, after you've seen them 3 times, after you've seen them at least 2 to 3 times, you like,
No,
what
no. You
the
have
heck?
to. The second time, you have to make a move.
Exactly. The
You
second,
can't.
if you see them the second time, because what odds are y'all being in the same place twice? What odds are y'all being in the same place twice? What odds are y'all being in the same place 3 times? 3 times, and you just keep missing. You just keep missing.
Got to go back to the basics, homie.
You got to go back to the fundamentals. You got to figure out
This
how
is
to dribble and work on your handles before you can take the shot, hit that
you
mid
know
range or shoot that three.
something. You got to do something, or you got to
Oh,
figure out hints or know if how girls how how do you know girls like you or guys or whatever preference is for people. You just got to find out. So if you see somebody a second time, it was probably meant to be 9 times out of 10. But if you see them more, like say for instance, like they don't give you their phone number, they be like, okay, next time I'll give you my phone number depending on how I feel. Okay, cool. If you see them 3 or 4 times,
that's crazy.
that's
That's absurd. And
they're
you still haven't
supposed to
done
be in your
anything.
life. They're supposed
That's
to be.
absurd.
That's
Whether that be friendship wise, whether that be in a relationship, y'all will distinguish that once y'all get to know each other, what it's supposed to be.
yeah. You'll know. You'll know.
Right, because every time it's not gonna be it's not gonna be clear. You have to figure that out to see what it is. Um, but yeah, y'all don't be having one person pop up 3 times in 2 weeks and you don't do nothing. It's not a
2 weeks, you
coincidence,
lucky. If it's 2 weeks, you would
right?
be
Because
lucky.
knowing God, he'll do it in months and years. Okay,
Man, that dude, nah, man, God, man, bro, you miss your chance, bro. You ain't gonna see that chance like another 40 years. You gonna be 60 by the next
nah,
time. You
nah,
be
he
oh, that's my soulmate. Oh man, I'm old. My back hurt.
right, and now you 60 getting married to your soulmate when you
Not
could have
for
been married
long.
to them 30 years ago.
You got about damn near like what, like 10 years,
No,
15
God,
years.
nah, bro. God willing, you got at least a good 20, at least a good 20 in there.
The average American live to be like 75.
So
Right. So technically, if you live over 75, you a Marty. You a saint. You a real, Jesus follower.
not a real
Because
Jesus follower.
a lot of people don't live past 75, man.
They don't live
It's
past
an honor.
75.
It's an honor to be 60.
Facts. That's very true. It's an honor to make it to 50. Let's go there. It's an honor to make it to 50. Make it to half a century. Most people don't make it to half a century. And if they do make it to half, they don't make it that far over,
My
which is
city,
unfortunate and sad.
it is. Shit, my city, you barely make it to 15.
Right.
Hopefully, hopefully
You
you
can't
make it
even
to
make it to
15.
18. You can't even make it to 21. Like you can't
Oh
even get in your
no.
20s. You can't even finish your teens.
If you make it to 30, you are the luckiest man alive. Cause ain't nobody, man, I'm telling you right now,
Exactly.
if you could look in the graveyard, bro, you would look at them tombstones and you'd be like, this dude was 7. He was 3. She
Right.
was 2. He was
Exactly.
1. He was
They was
6
6.
months. He was
Exactly.
he was 1 month. He was a
She was
day.
4.
He,
Like,
he was 22, 21, 23, 24. Like you would be lost in your thoughts if you seen like half the people in the grave in like in the graveyard in their ages, bro.
in
Like
cemetery, yeah.
it is mesmerizing, bro. It's like what? Like
You see 2000, you see them born in 2007 and they gone in 2000 freaking 14. Like
uh,
7 years old. That makes no sense. None.
don't at all. At the same time, gotta be careful out here. Move different. Be
I
careful
mean,
how you
when you
move.
7 and you 5 and you 4, if you're the kid, you have no control over what your atmosphere is. So it's like, uh,
9 times out of 10 is really wrong place, wrong time. To be honest with you,
I mean, nah, let's think about it. Think about how
in
many break-ins
Chicago,
the nigga, yes, okay, wrong place, wrong time, but think about how many people just break into your house on a daily basis. It's a break-in every 30 seconds. Like,
mm,
think about
right?
that's not wrong place,
But
wrong time. That's you living in the comfort of your home, sleeping at night. Or
right,
you outside chilling on your balcony at 10
but
or 11, which is dumb. Don't do that.
I mean, okay, I see what you're going with this, but 9 times out of 10, the reason behind people's deaths is shootings. I mean,
Yes.
there is a lot of robberies, there is home invasions,
Yes.
there's a lot of that, but at the same
Yes.
time, a lot of these kids is losing their life through the gun violence because, I
Yes.
mean, wrong place, wrong time, and also the shooters don't know how to shoot. But at the
Exactly.
same time,
They ain't training on shit.
they really be. I guess you could say, a lot of the shooters be in a rush to really get the
Yes.
job done.
Take for instance that baby that died a couple months ago in the McDonald's drive-through.
Yeah, the shooter was really in a rush to really kill her dad, but they didn't see the baby in the backseat. The baby died. Unfortunately, the father was shot once. But that just goes to show you that
People are
it
careless.
really, you really, to be honest with you, if you're a shooter in Chicago, you really only have like approximately like a good you got like a good 30 seconds to a minute.
Yeah,
To be
true.
honest with you, you have to get the job done as quick as possible because if the police come on the scene, you're not getting away. They're
No,
gonna chase you as far as you can go.
and they don't play. Them police officers
Nah, they
out
don't
there,
know. Especially about
they
no
don't play.
shootings, bro. Chicago police, man, they hit them gunshots. They is speed. Well, I ain't gonna say all of them speed because a lot of them be scared. Like I wouldn't blame them. Like being a Chicago policeman is very scary because you don't know what's gonna
What you're
happen.
gonna have to go through each
Mm.
day.
You could be sitting there talking to your comrades, and next thing you know, on the opposite corner, they shooting bullets is flying all the way down the street, and you just see everybody just getting hit, and it's just like what? Like
Or
it's
you're
kind
getting
of
a call
mesmerizing.
to a 7-year-old dead in a car at McDonald's drive-thru.
Or that too. Chicago is just wild. It's not safe,
That
man.
makes no sense.
Not safe.
No sense. People don't. They literally don't care. They don't care.
I mean, they didn't see the child.
I mean, it don't matter.
Though.
Like, even if you don't, like, not you gonna shoot at somebody's car at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday
I
in
mean,
broad daylight.
they they know what car you drive.
Well, you deserve to get caught.
I mean, it's his fault. It's really his fault. I mean, they know what type. Gang members know what type of car you drive. They know where you be. They know where you stay. They know
They
where your
know your
homies stay.
moves.
They know all of that. So
When you
at the end
think
of
you're
the
not
day,
getting followed, you getting followed.
yeah, they memorize plays too. That's how they know to kill people. They be memorizing plays. That's why a lot of people in Chicago they get cars. They either they tint them up, and then they also when they take pictures they cover up the license plate because people they be looking. They be trying to figure out what your license plate number is so they can catch you. But
But
you gotta be smart.
ain't they ain't supposed to be, they ain't supposed to kill kids. They not supposed to kill
They
kids.
didn't see the kids. Like
I'm
in
just saying
general,
in
a lot of
general.
the situation where kids die, like I'm not justifying it. It's still wrong. Like everybody who's ever killed a kid should go to jail and get life. But at the same time, is like sometimes the kids be in the wrong place, wrong time. Sometimes the shooters just don't know how to shoot, and then other times it just be all bad predicament. It's like it's just terrible. Cause
I
like some
mean,
of them kids be outside playing and then just catch a headshot just from the shooter.
exactly. But that's unfortunate that your kid, even if you got your kid and you in the gang, that you can't even like, you feel me, like take care of your kid. Like you can't even just spend time with your kid without you having to be on alert.
I mean, of course. I mean, cause gang banging in Chicago is more than a lifestyle. It's not just gang banging. Like they actually treat each other like they family. Like they really love each other. They go to
Yeah.
ends meet in order to try to win. So it's like at the end of the day, it's a brotherhood. They love each other. But at the same time, it's messed up what they do. But they always got a reason for why they did something. I mean, 'cause prime example, Little Durk's brother. I mean, his brother just got killed. I mean, he got into an argument with somebody he thought he recognized. He tried to go outside to be with people that he did that he knew, and the argument pursued outside. Turned around, shot him in the head. He died. You know, that just goes to show you, and that just goes to show you that Chicago is really, it's really cracking everywhere. Downtown to the north side, to the west side, to the east side, to the south side, to the burbs. I mean, Illinois right now is really going through the wire.
And it
You
don't
know,
make it no better that we about to open back up. We're about to
nah,
be in
nah,
phase
nah,
5.
it don't really make it
Everything
better. But at the same
is about
time,
to be open.
a lot of the Chicago war really, to be honest with you, is really dying down. It's not really getting no bigger just due to the fact that, most of the leaders that were here in 2012, 2013 are dead. I
True.
mean, they died in a war. Like We don't have ABG Duck no more. We don't have King Von no more. We don't have LA Capone. We don't have JoJo. We don't have, D Thing. We don't have the Lil Durk's brother D Thing. We don't have all of the Melly. We don't have all of these people that we used to have that were, very crucial to the war that we have today. They're all dead. The last person to even declare a war or even say it's a war is Lil Durk. And if Lil Durk die, that's Chicago war. Period. That's it. That's the end of it. There's nobody else to sit there and stand there and be like, "Oh, I'm finna lead." Like, no, because all leaders are dead. Lil Durk is literally the only leader left that's alive. Everybody else, no. Chief Keef, he don't even gang bang like that no more. He's in LA. He don't even really. He's still a part of it, but he's not really a part of it no more. He distanced himself. Fredo Santana, he died. He was a big leader. You know what I'm saying? So it's like everybody that could sit there and be like, "Oh, let's call it peace. Let's call it truth." Can't do it because they dead. The crucial people are dead. How you gonna stop a war that somebody started but they died? How you gonna stop that? You can't wake the man up and be like, "Oh, can you stop the war?" No, he's dead. He can't talk to you anymore. He's non-existent. That name doesn't exist anymore. So what are you gonna do now? So now you got all of these, babies and kids fighting for a territory that ain't even theirs. They're fighting for a block that's not even in their name. I mean, standing on a street corner 24/7 trying to make some money, whole time money coming in slow. So now you gotta find a way to eat. So what you gonna do? You gonna either rob or you gonna either scam. You scam or rob. Which one? You facing jail time. You facing 10 years, facing 20 years. What you gonna do? So it's like at this point, they're forced to do stuff that they don't want to do, but they have to do in order to eat. Now, I'm not justifying that they're right. They're wrong, completely wrong. But at the same time, what are you gonna do? If you was in that predicament, what would you do? Are you gonna be a beast or are you gonna be a sheep? But you gotta choose one because you can't be both.
Right, true.
If you was forced to live in a situation that they would live, you gonna adapt to what they do. You gonna do exactly what they do. If they shooting people and that's all you see, what you think you gonna grow up to be? So it's like at the end of the day, Chicago's fucked up. We need a lot more help out here, and they not giving us the help that we need. All of these shootings could have been ceased, but they decide not to care. All of these kids, these people, they need help. They need like therapists, psychologists. Like real stuff. Like I mean, it's just deeper than what people try to make it seem. And it's like man, like they need help out there.
And I mean, yeah, and that is also another huge problem that people are not getting the proper help that they need because Illinois is so much debt. They don't know how to finance their money right. They don't know how to budget. They don't know what places to put the correct money in, whether that be in social workers so they can, help kids out, and in therapists so people can have therapy. Like
Mhm.
they can't even keep their own federal money together, as in for different metropolitan areas. Like they can't even get that together. So that's why people are leaving. That's
I
why
mean,
Illinois has lost $6 billion in the last year because over almost 100,000 people have left. Not only because of the cost of living here, but because they can't get their money together, and
yeah,
because they can't give the correct resources to people that they need.
yeah, that's true. I mean, but I don't know. I just feel like the hood was destined to fail regardless. I mean, they put the trauma center in the hood for the moment, then they took it out and put it downtown. So it's like now when people get shot, they got to travel damn near an hour, 40 minutes to an hour just to get to the hospital. They already dead before they
Or if
reach the
you're in the
hospital.
city, right? If you're
Cause
in the
you get
city,
shot,
depending on where you at in the city.
basically you suffering from lead poisoning. So basically what it's doing is shutting down all your organs. So basically it's a race against time to, save your life. So, it's just like Illinois gonna go bankrupt regardless because the people that are doing the gang banging, that are doing the killings and doing all of the bad things, they're spread it out. So now you got crime down in the safest area in Chicago. You
Mm-hmm.
got crimes in the burbs.
Mm-hmm.
So
The
all of
last
that is
place we want
spreading.
crime. That's
Right.
why. That's why I'm not in the city no more.
Mm,
Because I
even
thought
if it's
the
still in the
escape was
city.
here.
Exactly. We
Now the
got
escape is not here. It's following.
man, bro, we didn't have probably about 6 or 7 shootings in the last like 2 weeks out here in the burbs. And it's crazy because it's like you would think like we safe, we cool, like we can go outside and play
It
without
sound
bullets flying at our head.
exactly,
But now,
exactly.
no, you can't even really stay outside for that long. You gotta stay on point. You got cars slowing down on the block. You gotta look inside the thing and see. Hopefully it ain't, we gotta adapt to basically having a having a hood mentality pretty much
Yeah,
in the bird pretty much because you gotta
yeah,
watch out for what's going on. It's just I don't know, man. It's so deep. We have to like bring up like another topic about it, but it's just it's scary. It is. It's scary, but
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
But
It's hectic. It's sad and unfortunate that out here is kind of mimicking and being what the city is. Um, People thought that the suburbs were a safe haven. You were escaping from something that that was terrible. And for the instance, for my family, that was the goal, was to get out of the city so we can come to the suburbs and be able to play outside without having to worry about people shooting across the street or people outside acting a fool, at 9 o'clock in the morning or 6 o'clock in the morning or 2 a.m. Like, not having to worry about that, not having to worry about playing in an apartment at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock after school, and you hear popping outside, and you got to get on the ground because you don't know where the bullets flying from.
exactly.
So it's like that was the purpose in moving to the suburbs, so we didn't have to do that anymore. And then now it seems like now, I mean, wherever you move, you're still gonna have to be on your P's and Q's. But then it's like you would assume once you move out here, it would be laxed a little bit. But now it's
Mm-hmm.
not. They making it easy for them to migrate out here, and they're doing that on purpose.
Mm-hmm.
City of Chicago know exactly what they're doing. They know exactly what they're doing. They trying to
But
they trying to make the suburbs what the city is, so they can get the city back and turn it back into the way that they want it, so they can get more
still,
people to move back here or move here in general, because
mm,
it's not an attractive place to move to outside of you being in what 10 to 15 minute mile radius of Michigan Ave downtown. That's it.
I mean, they can try to, like they can try to do what they want to do, but at the same time, violence ain't gonna stop regardless. You could kick everybody out to the burbs, still gotta go downtown, still
Right.
gotta go to the beach, still gotta go to
Exactly.
the lakefront, still gotta go to
Exactly.
the restaurants. So it's like at the end of the day, you're not really doing nothing. And then another thing is, Illinois is gonna go bankrupt, okay? Because first off, in order to live in Illinois, you have to make $22 an hour. If
That's
you make
fair.
anything less than that, then you literally are gonna be living a paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, a minimum average of how much rent is in Illinois. The lowest I've seen is about $750. From there on, even just for a one bedroom or for a studio, you're getting rent $1,200 for a studio
Yep.
for a one bedroom. It makes no sense because they're trying to play the catch up game, and them losing money, they upcharge to people to live in the state.
People don't even make that. First off,
We don't
it's
even make teachers don't
a
even
lot of
make no more than $30,000 a year. 20 grand. How Tell me, how can a teacher survive off of $20,000 when most teachers are taking money from their own checks to invest into their own classrooms because CPS can't afford to do so?
right, and that's another thing too. Like I don't know how can nobody can afford that. Like, dude, it's like almost, I don't even know, like millions of people that earn less than $20 an hour.
Yes.
Like,
Most
or
of the
not
country
even
probably
20,
earns
less
less than
than
27.
16.
Right,
I mean,
exactly.
like,
Probably most
you
of the country earns less than $20 an hour.
right, you gotta bust your first off, 9 times out of 10, not even 9 times out of 10, probably like, I don't know, like 8 times out of 10, you probably gotta get a cosigner just in case you can't even make your rent. Cause it's
Exactly.
like,
Get a
it'd be a
car.
lot. Then you gotta pay the bills. Then, God forbid, you got a car note. God forbid, you got a car insurance. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So
you
now
gotta have car insurance. That's a
you
given.
paying you paying bills, then you paying the other bills, and you paying your car note, car insurance, and then you got your health insurance, and you got your
Don't
what
let you
else?
have life insurance yet. Don't let you have life insurance yet.
Life insurance,
And then don't forget to have to feed yourself.
um, groceries. And if you got a dog, you gotta make sure a dog or cat, you gotta take care of that. Then
Jeez.
don't forget if you got a girlfriend or boyfriend, they expensive too. Then you can't
If you
forget,
got
last but
family, you
not
got
least,
siblings and stuff.
right?
You-
Family. I mean, that's 10 things. Like, I mean,
that right there is worth that right there. Just from the base salary, just off of those 10 things, should be at least $75,000 a year. Just as off of that.
that's just helping people, and you know what I'm saying, taking care of your bills and stuff. Like,
Exactly.
that's ridiculous.
Nobody in this country should be making less than $16. To be honest, we shouldn't even be making 16 shouldn't even be the number. Nobody should be making less than $20 in this country. For
I
us to make our
agree.
own currency, for us to have our own private businesses and big corporations, as in Amazon, as in Walmart, as in FedEx, as in all these UPS, all these, as in these big places,
Mm,
mind you, that barely pay taxes, get to pay their employees $16 an hour, $17 an hour,
right.
and then expect for that to be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let you live in California. Don't let you live in Nevada. Don't let you live in Arizona. Don't let you live in New York. Don't let you
Well,
live in Philly. Don't
Nevada's decent. Nevada decent, but
Nevada
California
Nevada's
don't.
decent. They have great pay in Nevada. They pay pretty well in Nevada.
Mm.
They pay pretty well in Nevada.
Nah,
Now,
California, yeah, no, don't move to California. Bro, you gotta be
you can be
rich to be in California.
$1,400 for a studio. That's
Not even
somebody's mortgage
14.
in
They
another
charging
state.
you, bro. They up in that. They up in that. Cause them houses, even like the small houses, like the houses in the hood, they be running at
Mhm.
like $500,000, 600,000, a mil. Like, you be like, what the? This house doesn't even got upstairs.
Exactly.
What you charging me for the
Exactly.
windows?
Think about it. You can go from living in an apartment in California and your rent is $2,400, and then you want to get a house and that doubles.
It, that's why in California they say you gotta know people to know people.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Cause
Exactly. You
if
better
you by
have somebody
yourself
out
and
there
you move to Cali,
that got some buildings.
right? If you move to Cali, bro, you're not gonna find no decent places. Like, you gotta have money to fuck Cali.
If you're gonna move to Cali, you gotta have a plan.
Yeah.
You gotta know how you're about to make money. And there's a lot of people that just move to Cali on a limb and don't have money at all. Just because like
Too
most people that move
expensive.
to California, you're going for Hollywood. So
Yeah.
therefore, there's no time frame in when you're going to make it in Hollywood. So
Yeah.
it could take 5 years, it could take 10 years. Luckily, we have social media to where you could post on TikTok and work on that and start making money from there. You can get on YouTube and start making money from there. Uh Put videos on Facebook and start making money from there. Luckily, we have that. But going to states like that cost so much as in California and New York with no plan
Oh
is
no, don't
is
move to New York.
risky. Is
Don't do
risky.
that.
Oh, New York
It
is
is
crazy.
risky. Don't do that.
New York
No,
is
no.
risky.
Listen,
You
if you
paying
ain't got no money,
you playing $2,000, $3,000 for a studio. For a studio
Don't move to Cali or
to
New
be
York.
125 square feet.
Yeah. Like if you ain't got no money, don't move to New York. If you ain't got no money, don't move to Chicago. Don't move to New York. Don't move to California. Don't move to Nevada. Don't move to
Denver is expensive too. Colorado is
Miami,
expensive.
Florida, and Denver.
Yeah,
Like,
Colorado's expensive.
don't move to no real big cities because you ain't got no money. Because I guarantee you, it's gonna be
They're
high.
expensive. They're expensive.
Yeah.
They're very much so expensive.
Oh my God, we off topic. My
But
bad.
for
Look,
real, we
I'm sorry, guys. Look, all right. So we're gonna move on to our next. That was the end of our topic.
yeah, that was the end of
We're
our
gonna
topic.
move to the pump 'em up, which is um remembrance of D Thing, Lil Durk's brother. Rest in peace. I told you guys earlier what happened to him. He was killed outside of Club O, which is located in Harvey, Illinois, which is actually 30 minutes away from both of us. So it kind of like a little bit hit harder a little bit due to the simple fact that he died up the street. But it's a sad situation. I send my condolences to Lil Durk, and
For
his
sure.
family.
Prayers up.
During this hard time. Um, Crazy things about it, Lil Durk just seen his brother. Not even, I think the day before they went to they went to this thing. I think the awards or something like that. They went to somewhere, but they was just flee. They looked like they had a real great time. And then
Well,
you
I'm glad
know
he got
this.
that day.
Yeah, this unexpected event happened in
Mm,
which D Thing passed away from his
yes.
injuries,
Yeah. So rest in peace to him. Prayers up to Lil Durk and his family. Um,
and his children too, and his
and
and
his
his
kids. And his
girlfriend.
kids. And his partner. So I'll keep them close in our hearts and minds. So we're this goes to our last segment. This is our destination game. We do this to keep y'all involved. Make sure y'all listen to the podcast. Make sure y'all staying entertained, and make sure we're doing something that keep y'all interacting with us. This game is meant to be fun. It's meant to be a little bit stressful too. Because you're trying to figure out what the place is. So, the rules are the first person to comment the right place. Uh,
Shout out.
you will get shouted out at the end of the next destination game. With that, you can tag your personal social medias, or if you have a business, you can tag that as well. So we will shout you out. We will shout your either your business or your personal Instagram out with that at the end of the next um, podcast. So uh, we're going to give you a couple of clues on
The
the place.
hints. All right. So the first hint is it is a rugged, rainforested Central American country with coastlines on the Caribbean and Pacific. Though its capital, San Jose, is home to cultural institutions like the Pre-Columbian Gold Museum. It is known for beaches, volcanoes, and biodiversity. Roughly a quarter of its area is made up of protected jungle, teeming with wildlife, including spider monkeys and qua- quasil birds. So let us know in the comments what you think it is, and if you get it right, you'll get a shout out. In terms of that, we're gonna take it to prayer. So all right, go ahead.
All right, so close your eyes by your heads unless you're driving. Don't do that. It's not a smart idea. Um, just listen. God, I thank you for your love, your tender grace, your mercy. I thank you for allowing us to see another day. I ask that you continue to protect us from any hurt, harm, or danger. I pray that you allow us to live purposeful lives that will give you glory, protect us, guide us, and shape us into the people that you've called us to be. I pray that you allow us to have wonderful days, weeks, and the rest of the year. In your name, I pray.